Hello and welcome to the IELTS Writing Band 7 Plus Challenge. My name is Chris Pell. I'm the founder of IELTS Advantage and IELTS Writing Academy, IELTS VIP, all of those different things. And you're very welcome to this 5-day challenge. So this is lesson 1 of the 5-day challenge, and this has been something that has been really successful. The 5-day challenges that we have run have been probably the most successful things that we have ever done in terms of helping people in a short amount of time. So our aim with this is to teach you the things that you need in order to get a 7 plus, band 7, band 8, band 9 in your IELTS writing. So there are 5 different lessons, and this is lesson number 1. So let's have a look at what we're going to do today. Alright, so what is going to happen over the course of these 5 lessons? So there's a daily lesson, and you can do one a day, or you can do them all at once. So normally when we do these 5-day challenges, we just send people one lesson per day, but we decided that a lot of people have time constraints and are busy. So what we've done is we're going to send you an email every day with a new lesson, but we're giving you the opportunity to do all the lessons in one go if you want, or you can wait and do them later. But there is a time limit, so please do them within a reasonable time. And it's a strategic task for you to complete every single day or every lesson. All right, so at the end of the lesson there will be a challenge, and these challenges have been designed to activate the things that you have learned in each lesson. So think of yourself as if you were an athlete preparing for the Olympics or something like that. And two of the things that you need to do is you obviously need to eat a lot of food, but you also need to practice and train in order to, be the best athlete that you can be. If you just consume lots and lots of content, that's the same as an athlete just consuming lots and lots of food. You're going to get fat, all right? You're not going to be really good at the sport that you're trying to compete in. It's the same in IELTS, all right? So if you just consume lots of content, but you don't practice anything, you don't actually do the tasks, you don't actually do anything, you're not really going to improve. And this is the reason why these 5-day challenges are so effective. So at the end of each video, please do the challenge. It is really going to help you improve. And I will try and give you as much feedback as I can, but because this is a free course that we're doing, thousands of people are going to be submitting their tasks and whatnot. I will try to look at as many as I can and give feedback on as many as I can, but please don't get angry if I don't give you feedback on your specific thing, because there's just so many people, and obviously I have courses, VIP courses, where I spend a lot of my time there giving one-on-one feedback to students. So I'll try to give some free stuff, free feedback to you guys, but I can't guarantee it. I'll try and do as much as I can. Okay, so what are we going to do in the 5 days? So day 1, lesson 1, we're going to look at strategy and structure. So the overall strategy that we should be thinking about, and a step-by-step structure. Day 2, we're going to look at something very important and something that students really struggle with, is idea generation. How to think of good ideas and how to think of them quickly. Day 3, we're going to look at how to write an introduction. Day 4, how to write main body paragraphs. And day 5, we're going to look at how to write a conclusion. And everything is recorded and yours to keep, okay? So many of you will send me emails saying, like, can I get access to this video, or can I get access to this video? Now that you're all logged in, you can come back and look at these videos anytime you want. So don't worry about that. We've got everything covered. A lot of you will be emailing me asking about my VIP course. My VIP course is normally completely full. It's completely full at the minute. We have a waiting list of people who want to get in there. It is an exclusive VIP course. We only take a certain number of people in there. We are making it available to you, but please focus on the challenge if you like. All right. The challenge that I've given you is totally free, and you are welcome to just do that challenge and never give us a penny. That is absolutely fine if you want to do that. If you want to join the VIP course, This is available to you, but only for a very limited time. As I keep saying, there are a huge number of people who want to get in there. We've decided to give you guys a chance of getting in there if you want. So if you want to join, you can do that, but it's only for a very limited time. Basically, we have to keep the numbers very, very low because we have to give our VIP students VIP service. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not trying to use this course to sell you anything or anything like that, but we do get a lot of emails about that, so I just thought I'd address it to save me answering hundreds and hundreds of emails. Okay, so today we're going to look at the 5 different essay types, what the examiners are actually looking for, an overall strategy for opinion essays, and we're also going to look at structure. So that's what we're going to do in this specific lesson. So what are the 5 different types of Task 2 question? So the first is an opinion question. So these are questions that say, do you agree or disagree, or to what extent do you agree or disagree, or do you think, like a direct question. Second type are discussion essays. So they ask you to discuss both views and give your opinion. The second one is causes, problems, and solutions. All right, so it could be causes and solutions or problems and solutions. So the questions may be, what are the causes of this? Or what problems does this cause? Or what are some possible solutions? Advantages and disadvantages. So what are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Or it might say something like, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Or something like that. And the final type are double questions, where they normally ask you 2 direct questions. So there's 2 questions within the same. So in this challenge, we are going to focus on opinion questions only. Okay, so you might be a little bit disappointed by that. You might be thinking, why don't you just give us, all the information we need for every different type of question? Well, if I did that, it would take, about 24 hours of video to explain absolutely everything. Each question has a completely different strategy and structure, a different introduction, a different main body paragraph, a different conclusion. All right, so you have to go very, very deep into all of these different questions. The one that people ask me about the most, and the one that people need the most help with, are opinion questions. So we're going to be focusing on opinion questions only in this challenge. The reason why we're doing that is it's really important to go deep into something and do it properly, rather than just give you a very surface level discussion on each of the different types of question, and then you don't really know how to do any of them. So I'd rather teach you the most important one, that I think, opinion questions, get you to know that 100%, and then you can move on to the other ones. So the things that I'm going to teach you in this 5-day challenge are applicable to opinion questions only, all right? And if you need more help with the other types of questions, we can provide that help, but remember that this challenge is opinion only. Okay, so opinion questions. First thing you need to do when you're doing an opinion question is you need to decide on your opinion. All right, very, very simple, very obvious, but something that very few students actually do. So the question will ask you, do you agree or disagree? You need to have a very clear statement about whether you agree or disagree in your essay. Most students do not do that, and if you don't do that, you haven't answered the question. The second thing you need to do is you need to think of ideas to support that opinion. Okay, so the question is saying, do you agree or do you disagree? All right, so you have 2 choices. Either I agree or I disagree. All right, very, very simple. So you just pick one. All right, don't worry about can I discuss both and blah, 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 all those things. There is a way to do that, but the simplest, most straightforward way to do it, and the way that I think gets the highest marks, is to simply pick one. So you pick either I agree or I disagree. All right, so now that you have picked one, thing you need to do is you need to think of ideas about why you think that. So if you say I agree, you have to think of reasons why you agree. If you pick disagree, you have to think of reasons why you disagree. All right, very, very simple, very straightforward. And then you need to make your opinion clear throughout the essay. Okay, so you have picked your opinion, you've thought about your ideas, then you need to put it down on paper and make it very, very clear throughout your whole essay. And we're going to show you an exact step-by-step structure in order to do that. Okay, so deciding your opinion. Just pick one side only, as I've already stated. Your personal opinion does not matter. Simply pick the side you can write about the best. So the question is going to say, do you agree or disagree? Many students pick the one that they personally feel about. So they personally agree or they personally disagree. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the examiner. All you're showing the examiner is that you can clearly communicate your opinion in writing. Alright, so your personal opinion doesn't really matter. So just pick the side that you can discuss. Alright, pick the side that you can support with explanations and examples. There are no extra marks for looking at both sides. Okay, most people who try to do that completely mess it up and turn it into a discussion essay. Just pick one side only. Now, many of you might have had a teacher or read a book that said, you can discuss both sides. You can do that, but it's a very dangerous thing to do. The way I teach IELTS is I teach you the most effective way and the simplest way. The way that is easy for you to understand and is easy for you to do in the test so that you will get the highest marks possible. Okay, so just pick one side. Very, very simple. And again, we're going to show you everything you need in this lesson. So there's 4 paragraphs. Here is the basic 4-paragraph structure, and then we'll get into the sentence by sentence structure. So the first one, introduction, skip a line, main body, your first reason, skip a line, main body 2, second reason, and then your conclusion. All right, so a basic 4-paragraph structure. All right, this is what I recommend. This is what is simplest. This is what is most effective. Okay, so you're starting off with your introduction, then your second paragraph is going to be your first main body paragraph. This is the first reason why you agree or disagree. All right, so you're going to say you agree. You're going to think of 2 reasons. The first reason is going to go in main body number 1. The second reason is going to go in main body number 2. And then you're going to summarize it all in your conclusion. Okay, so this is the most effective strategy, the most effective structure. There are many other structures. I think this one is the simplest to learn, the easiest to use in the exam, and provides the highest marks. So your introduction, what are you going to do here? Sentence number 1, you're going to paraphrase the question. Sentence number 2, you're going to state your opinion and state 2 reasons. Okay, so you have 2 sentences. First sentence, paraphrase the question. You're going to rewrite the question so that it has the same meaning, but with different words. Sentence number 2, you're going to state your opinion. So either I agree or I disagree. You could write this essay agrees or this essay disagrees, something like that. But it's really, really important that you make it clear which side you're on. And then you state 2 reasons. If any of this is difficult for you or you're not really understanding it or it's confusing in any way, do not worry, okay? This is the first lesson. It is supposed to be a little bit confusing because it's all new. We are going to go through everything step by step, and by the end of the 5-day challenge, this will be pretty simple to you. Okay, so main body number 1. Sentence number 1 is going to be your topic sentence. Topic sentence is you're telling the examiner what that whole paragraph is about. And it's going to be your first main reason. So we have already thought about our first main reason. We know exactly what it is. We're going to state it in our topic sentence. Then we're going to explain that topic sentence. Okay, we're going to explain that reason. Normally it's about 2 sentences. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 3. But normally it's about 2 sentences. And then sentence number 4, we're going to use an example, all right, to support our main reason. Don't worry if you don't know what a topic sentence is, you don't know what an explanation is, or you don't know how to use an example properly. We're going to explain all of that. But this is just giving you the overall structure. Main body 2 is exactly the same structure as main body number 1. The only difference is this is your second reason. And then your conclusion. It's going to be 1 sentence, and you're just going to reiterate your opinion. You're going to state your opinion again, so whether you agree or disagree. And then you're going to summarize your two main ideas. Normally, when I teach this at this stage, a lot of people are asking, you're stating your opinion too many times, or you're stating your main ideas too many times. This is a common misconception about IELTS writing. It comes from basically teachers who don't really spend enough time researching this and looking into it, and what they tell people is you can't repeat anything. Repetition refers to vocabulary. Alright, so you should try to vary your vocabulary as much as you can. Ideas, main ideas in your opinion, they must be clear throughout your essay. So it is all okay to state your opinion again. Do not worry about this. Okay, so here's what it looks like on a sentence by sentence basis. Okay, so you have 2 sentences in your introduction, about 4 sentences in your main body, about 4 your second main body, and your conclusion, another 1 sentence. Now, this is not set in stone. Okay, it will vary occasionally. Okay, so but this is generally what people do. Okay, so this is what I want you to follow in this 5-day challenge. And remember, this is for opinion essays. All right, discussion essays, different. Advantages and disadvantages, different. Problem solution, different. This is just for opinion essays. Okay, so here is an example. All right, so countries should spend more money on trains than new roads. Do you agree or disagree? All right, so our introduction, we're going to paraphrase that question. So this would be the question up here. Countries should spend more money on trains than new roads. Then we're going to state our opinion. So for this one, I'm going to say that I agree. And the 2 reasons why I agree are trains are faster and they're more environmentally friendly. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my first main reason, trains are faster. I'm going to write an explanation. My next explanation is no traffic, higher maximum speed, and reduces journey times. My example is HS2, which is the British government are connecting cities in the north of England to cities in the south of England. So that's one real example that I know. Do not remember that this is just a plan, basically. This is just a structure. I'm going to vary my language. I'm obviously going to be, using more impressive language and things like that when I write the full essay. All right. So when I've done this in the past, students have said, you can't say trains are faster and then trains are faster. You can't use the exact same language. I know that. All right. I know what I'm doing. I'm just using this to make it very, very clear to you about what we're doing. And then we're going to take our second main body, our second main idea, and put it in our main body, paragraph number 2, which is environmentally friendly, less carbon dioxide, less cars, reduces global warming. A real example that I'm aware of is the metro system in Ho Chi Minh City. So, they're taking people off the road, putting them underground, reducing carbon dioxide emissions. Conclusion, I'm going to agree, obviously, so I've agreed here in the introduction, so I need to agree here in the conclusion, and I'm going to state my main ideas again. All right, so everything is very, very clear. It is very, very clear to the examiner that I have understood the question, my opinion is very clear, and I have stated my message very, very clearly throughout this essay. And you can do this for any agree or disagree essay, or to what extent do you agree, disagree, or a direct question. You can use this structure for any of those questions and just put in your ideas into this structure, and everything becomes much, much easier. So you can focus on your ideas, you can focus on writing clearly, using good vocabulary, good grammar, and everything really, really improves when you have a structure like this. So your challenge, what I want you to do is I want you to take a blank structure and I want you to fill it with a skeleton plan for the following question. Okay, so the question is, all cars that burn fossil fuels should be banned and electric cars should replace them. Do you agree or disagree? So what I want you to do, so you can pause the video here and you can write that question down. And you can also pause the video here and you can write that structure down. What I want you to do is, I want you to take this blank structure, I want you to type it out, and I want you to insert your ideas for this question into this structure. All right. Here are some rules. only post tasks below this video. Please don't email me your tasks and demand that I look at them. Some people do that, very few people, but you know, it does happen sometimes. You know who you are. Don't try to do too much at this time. All right, a lot of people after lesson 1, they try to write out the full essay. They get a bit confused or worried that they don't know enough. You don't need to know absolutely everything after lesson 1. All right. If after lesson 5 you still don't understand things, then you can worry, but you won't. All right. You will understand everything after lesson 5, and keep it simple. All right. Don't worry about, you know, spelling mistakes or grammar or anything like that. I want you to keep it very, very simple. We're just focusing on learning this, all right? So what you're doing is you're doing this again, what I've done here, but with this question. Okay, so thank you for your time. That was lesson 1. I hope that you enjoyed it and hope that you find it useful, and go and have a look at lesson 2 after you've done the challenge. All right, so make sure you do the challenge. You can wait 24 hours if you want and to do lesson 2 then, or you can do it after you do the challenge. And we're going to be focusing in lesson 2 on how to generate ideas. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you again in lesson 2.